within me. Such a nice topic. Thanks for the thing. We always look for the opportunities. Some might be expensive opportunities. Some we can afford. But inspiration is something that comes within us. We might see a YouTube video for 30 minutes and we might be pumped for another 30 minutes. Oh, I have to do that. And the next things, when we see a different thing, food or play, anything, we just skip it. And we never know where the 30 minutes of that pump with joy went. So inspiration is always within us. Like, it's always essential that we make our minds, okay, I'm going to do this no matter what. Whatever the situations, like whatever the videos we watch, whatever the things we do, there will be someone or might be someone who inspired us. It might be the street man selling the fruits, or it might be a CEO of Google, or it might be us. Sometimes the things we do will inspire us. We might have crossed a we might not have crossed a red signal in our life. Even that is an inspiration. Like when we want to go to an urgent meeting and we have not crossed a red signal, that's an inspiration that we can take. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Toastmaster Bowman. Next, I would like to call DTM Jacob sir. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you are the pilot. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you are the pilot. Over to DTM Jacob sir.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Time flies. Yes, time does fly. And I'm the pilot. Yes, I agree. What is important is that the time of birth is already fixed. We all know what the time. But the time of end is never known. It is within this time that we should give the best. The purpose of our life to be fulfilled. What is very important, we have already taken off. The aircraft has taken off, but it is bound to land. Are you going to remain there itself? No, that's not going to happen. It's bound to land at some
Sir, you're not audible, sir. Can you come?
Just for online.
When you are going to land is another question, but that is the next time. So within this time, it is very important that you should make your journey enjoyable. All of us are in different professions, I must tell you. I have a message to give. All of us are in different professions. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are IT specialists, some are trainers, some are insurance specialists. But all of us must learn to build factories. Learn to build factories. How can you do it? Yes. First thing, you must learn to build an ice factory. Where do you think you can build an ice factory? Where is the place? Please build an ice factory in your head. Mahendra Singh Dhoni has got one ice factory here. That is why he is very successful. He is very cool. The next factory, anybody, any guesses for the next factory? The next factory is called the sugar factory. You must build the sugar factory on your tongue. That's very, very important. What's the third factory? Anybody? It's called the love factory. And the love factory you must build in your heart. But if you have these three factories, you can get the fourth factory. Anybody guessing? Satisfactory. Over to tabletop.
Thank you. Next, I would like to call guest Venkatesh. Yes, Venkatesh. Your topic is nothing is impossible. The word itself, I am possible. Nothing is impossible. The word itself, I am possible. Over to you.
All right, so the topic, as you all might have heard, is for online folks. There's nothing is impossible, right? So that's the topic, and the word itself says impossible. Right? I think it's two things, right? You just need two things in anything that you do. You just need two things. One is you need to have interest, and other is you need to have interest. So as a started busy, and over the period of the time, I realized that if you have these two in your mind, and you can be successful in anything that you want to achieve. Right. So that is the mantra that I have been with, and I kind of I try to tell my kids that don't do anything just because somebody is saying you to do it, right? Do something because you like to do it, and you have the interest and you have the effort to do it. You're ready to put the effort to do it. Right? So that's what I think. And being in the IT industry and having seen team members and working with teams, right? It's always we always give feedback to the team members. We always say you can go on that and things like that. Right? And we always see people who are flourished and changed from what they have been, but through feedback and through efforts that they put. So I strongly believe those are the two individuals that we need. So I would also like to tell all of you here that if you ask for something, you have that for many things. I think it's important.
Thank you. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Sriram.
Yes,
Toastmaster Sriram, your topic is what do you love to practice? What do you love to practice? Toastmaster Sriram.
yeah. Thanks, Rosni, for the topic. So, friends, topic is given to me is what do you love to practice? It's a great topic, and love is something all of us want, right? And we have been getting this from our parents from day one. But are we loving ourselves? First thing is the question that comes to me. So, yes, time again, when we get into critical situations, I can say we tend to forget that we have our heart within us, and we start spreading hatred sometimes. Okay, that happens. And first thing is you should whatever you tend to accomplish, first try to see whether you can love yourself. See, I can give an example. There are few people I come across within my own family itself. They do, for example, the housemaid which comes, she loves to do what we never seen situations where she now shows hatred towards us. When you ask something to do, she doesn't do that. But the thing is that first thing is you should love your profession, and first, if you are ready to love, then you can show best results from them. And the same thing in Toastmasters as well. The moment you come on stage or giving your role plays, try to bring a topic which is very close to your heart and bring the best of. You can see best out of it. And now, particularly the personal experience, what you get, from your past, that is to be shared. And the love has to come from your heart. Times showing a very artificial way of explaining makes a different impact to the audience. So do love yourself and show love to others. Thanks.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sriram. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Raghu. Toastmaster Nikki. Toastmaster. Toastmaster Nikhil, your topic is what motivates you to come to Toastmaster each week? What motivates you to come to Toastmaster each week? Toastmaster.
Thank you so much for your topic, Master. This is something I really like. So it motivates me from inside that I should be here. I always wanted to be an avid speaker. I do not want any filler when I speak. I do not want any grammatical error when I speak. I have tried different sort of things to make that happen. But actually, interpersonal is so different from public speaking. I have reached at a stage that now I am required to address people from the podium. It would be so difficult to address from here without any proper practice. So that definitely comes from such ambience which I get here. And then I am a sort of person who likes planned things. So recently I had a Rameshwaram trip, but I planned it that way that I come back by Sunday morning so that I can attend the Toastmasters by 10 o'clock. So that definitely proves that I have motivation from within that I can attend all Toastmasters meetings. And definitely I can assure that I will be here unless and until nothing sort of a big thing happens in my life. Thank you so much.
Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Muthu. Toastmaster Muthu. Toastmaster Muthu, you are not audible. I mean, you are in mute.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Toastmaster Muthu, your topic is self-motivation is the force that keeps pushing us to go on. Self-motivation is the force that keeps pushing us to go on. Over to you, Toastmaster Muthu.
The topic given to me is self-motivation is the force that keeps pushing us. I think that is somewhat similar. So it's really true because self-motivation is the real motivation. We cannot expect someone to come to us daily and motivate us. That's not going to happen. So we have to motivate us. We have to motivate ourselves by reading books, listening to motivational audios, taking courses. So we have to motivate ourselves through affirmations that we can use daily, like we can do it. So real self-motivation is the real key because we can easily get discouraged because most people are not really motivating us because rejection and criticism is a part of our society. Because to overcome that, we need to be motivated. We need to get motivated. So for that, self-motivation is the key. Only through self-motivation we can go and reach our goals. Without that, it's really not possible. Thank you, Topics Master. And back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Kavita. Toastmaster Kavita, your topic is when you close your eyes, what do you see? When you close your eyes, what do you see? Toastmaster Kavita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suhasini. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Once again, so Suhasini is my best friend. I asked her not to call. She called me. Okay. So when I close my eyes, what do I see? It's a very interesting topic, though it looks quite vague. So when you close your eyes, what are the philosophical things you can think of? So I always, when I close my eye, do it so that I have some time to think about the path I have crossed all these years and what is the future awaiting me. So it sounds very philosophical. I can't help it because the books I read are quite philosophical. So we all start from somewhere and we keep working hard quite a lot during our tenure in this world. And in the end, we are not going to take anything with us, isn't it? Sounds very cliched. But That is true, isn't it? When somebody talks about money, when somebody talks about property and working hard to earn, and you have kids and you have to have them study properly and they have their future. But when I close my eyes, I think myself as just an entity in this big universe, just a small entity in this big universe. So these material things are quite illogical sometimes, like what Bharadiyar says, isn't it? Soppanam dano. Ivayellam soppanam dano. So sometimes when I close my eyes, this is what I think. I'm just a small droplet of water in big ocean. So things that we think are very big now are just something you have to ignore and keep going. Over to you, Toastmaster Suhasini.
Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun, your topic is, when you meet someone for the first time, what do you want them to think about you? When you meet someone for the first time, what do you want them to think about you? Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this amazing topic. Yeah, when someone meets me for the first time, I just want to be a chill guy, casual talk, nothing much. I don't want to be very professional, very tie matikite, and the marila. I don't want to be like that. Just a chill guy. I would like conversations to build up. I would like to be a person who would like to learn more from a person than a person who can give content. I would like to give content, and I would also like to learn more. So I'm a person who likes learning more. So when I meet a person for the first time, I just try exploring. I just question a lot. I just try understanding the person as such. Just a way to build conversations. So I think conversations are the way that we can move ahead and we can move a way to build relationships. Yes. So that's what I think about myself when I meet a new person. That's what I try to build an image about. So over to the table talks most. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Toastmaster Balakrishnan. Your topic is, what will you never do? What you will never do? Toastmaster Balakrishnan.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, guest. It's a very difficult question. I am trying to practice. What will I never do? I don't want to lie. I kept myself. Be honest, be truthful. In this commercial world, it's highly difficult. Practicing to be an honest person, and still many a times you go and tell people that it's very difficult. I don't want to tell a lie, but being in commercial world, I am forced to tell a lie. I could quit few jobs. There is a point beyond which you will not go. In Enter the Dragon, you know, apart from Bruce Lee, there is also John Saxon, or when this Chinese person goes and takes the hat, puts it, and he says that but kill. Then John Saxon says, there is a point beyond which I will not go. Even to kill a cat is trained martial arts, but he will say that I will not cross the thing. So if it benefits me, I will not tell a lie. Suppose to save another person, or this is the general followed by accepted, falsehood or not a truth, we can still say that this is what is sold. When I'm selling a life insurance policy, I can say this is what is sold, this is what is happened. But what I wanted, that is where I took the decision when I came to mutual fund insurance, that I will not sell some of the product. This only I know in 2006 to 9 I did. Then IRDA came up with the solution.
Many people were fooled with so many unit policies, unit-linked policies. People were cheated. Where the investments it went, then you are getting 35% commission. I said I will not work for 35% commission. I stopped doing in 2009. There is a point beyond which I will not cross. I will try to be an honest person.
Muthu, shall I go one more? Okay, thank you. Thank you for showing the interest to participate in table topic. Thank you all.
Thank you to our topics master. It's been really enjoying. So you have covered most of our participants today. It's really an enjoyable session, and thank you, table topics master. Now we are moving to the next session of today's meeting. It's the evaluation session, and it will be conducted by the general evaluator and his team. Now I request Toastmaster Jacob to conduct the evaluation session.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muthu. And we have come to the main part of any Toastmasters meeting, the evaluation session. We had 3 prepared speeches today, and we had a seasoned evaluators to evaluate the speeches. To evaluate the speech or Toastmaster Rahul's speech, we have Toastmaster Preeti. Preeti works as a graphic designer at Ford. She is president of MTC, serving District 120 PRTM. Let's welcome Toastmaster Preeti to evaluate Toastmaster Rahul's speech.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Rahul. First of all, congratulations for completing level 1, project 1, and starting your pathway journey. So the objective of this first icebreaker speech is to know the structure of the basic speech. So his speech has a good content and he delivered it well. So the objective is fulfilled. Evaluating the content, he said, if I say about Rahul, what comes to your mind from his speech, any point? He's laughing because you referenced him as a marathoner. Okay. You said about the subject maths and physics and gave a real-time example of a bulb. And you said about your personality that you're an ambivert, your life journey about your MBA journey, and the Sadhguru's quote which you admire the most. The content is well scripted and well articulated. Coming to the delivery, you have maintained a good eye contact and the audience engagement. As he said, when you reference him as a marathoner and it gets to everyone's head. So you are referencing someone and it came to you spontaneously. The humor thing you said there, like I may not look like a marathoner, that humor worked really well. It was a great speech, good delivery. There are some highlights of your speech. The first one, the choice of words that you used. You had a good vocabulary and that is your plus. The next one is the spontaneous humor things that you add on the random reference and examples, real-time examples, and those are also the plus points. And the audience engagement. Coming to the recommendation, I would like you to summarize the points at the last. So you said about your life journey, MBA journey, everything, and what it summarizes. So is there any particular thing that you learned from your life that can be added? One more thing is, I felt like a little more practice can avoid some fillers or parts that you gave while delivering the speech. Other than that, it was a well-articulated, well-structured, and well-delivered speech. All the best to your future speeches.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti, for evaluating feedback. For evaluating Toastmaster Balakrishna's speech, we have Toastmaster Tarun. Tarun is a 4th-year architecture student and the former essay of MTC, a design finance and tech enthusiastic guy. And his hobbies are playing badminton and watching binge web series. Over to you, Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Balakrishnan. His speech was amazing. And as he said, life is a game of snake and ladders. There are ups and downs. And he completed his speech objectives, and congratulations for that, sir. Then the speech had a great start. His story connected to that of the movie that he recently watched, Tiruchitrambalam, and he compared it to today's morning incident that where a bike came and fell in front of his car, and that was great impromptu talk, sir. And the way he put down and made his topic was as steady as a mountain, and he introduced his topic very well. That was really great. And his life story as such was like a journey of a tree, how it grows up. So his roots are very grounded. His rise was like as straight as a stem, and his canopy as high as it should be, and still rising. That's what his life is. So it was a great metaphor, and you could compare it to the life of a tree. So it was very structured. He started from his school life to his college life, the way the obstacles he had in his life, and how he overcame it at every point in his journey. Then he boldly accepted his challenges, which he had, which was very brave of him, and very which most of them most of the people should try learning from. And his life is still like a tree searching for sunlight in the dense jungles of any Amazon forest or something like that. His life is like a tree searching for sunlight still now, and it's still growing. And you could have stuck to the time limit and planned your speech. And one last quote: Toastmastering is like a glass of fine wine. The older it gets, the finer you become. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for evaluating. Next, we have to evaluate the Toastmasters Arun's speech. We have Toastmaster Priyadarshini. Priyadarshini works as a program manager in Capgemini. She loves gardening and cooking. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyadarshini.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Jacob. Hope I am audible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. And congratulations, my target speaker, Toastmaster Arun Kumar. What a great speech, actually. So, and it was a very unique opening. I have not seen this kind of opening in many speeches. Normally open with a question. That itself is very interactive. It will connect with the audience, but asking a volunteer, making them come to a stage, that was a very good opening. Very unique way of connecting with audience. I believe everybody would have connected in the first second itself. And highly information and relevant topic, because we all get distracted. We all face this every now and then in our life, and highly informational. A lot of things is actually the first time I'm hearing. Hyperbolic discounting, marshmallow experiment, all these things is for first time for me as well. So it was highly information, very neatly structured. So he started with the opening, briefly introduced, then took up, explained about the marshmallow experiment, then talked about the human behavior of hyperbolic discounting, then how it is applied in our day-to-day things, how we are getting influenced, and how we can overcome. Neatly structured. I think there are a lot of takeaway for everybody, for us as well. And eye contact, of course, he is a very seasoned speaker, so he made good eye contact and gestures. So everything was very perfect in that area as well. One of the feedback from his previous speech was to pause when asking question. Of course, when he started with the question in the beginning, of course he paused. He waited for getting the answer, and he started with good voice modulation in the beginning. But maybe due to the time constraint, the conclusion was a little bit hurried. He rushed on the questions. Are you looking for immediate help or long-term reward? Are you ready to sacrifice short-term happiness for? It was in a hurry. Maybe that is where we can, if a lot of pause was included in that, and voice modulation was included, it would have made more impact. And with the very impact of choices drives our life, then it would have made more impact to the whole speech. So that is my observation, and over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Jacob.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti, for your evaluation. Sorry, Priya, for your evaluation. And next, it's time for the tag role players report. Thank you. Okay. Let's welcome our timer, Toastmaster Nikhil, to present his timer's report.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So here is the timer report. I'll read on as follows. So Toastmaster Rahul for the Icebreaker spoke for 6 minutes and 2 seconds. Toastmaster Balakrishnan spoke for 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Toastmaster Arun spoke for 6 minutes and 38 seconds. The moment round went great as well. That lasted for 27 minutes and 48 seconds. For the table topics, all of the speakers have qualified. TM Mohan spoke for 1 minute and 55 seconds. DTM Jacob spoke for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Guest Venkatesh spoke for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Toastmaster Sriram spoke for 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Toastmaster Nikhil spoke for 1 minute and 2 seconds. Toastmaster Muthu spoke for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Toastmaster Kavita spoke for 1 minute and 46 seconds. Toastmaster Tarun spoke for 1 minute and 13 seconds. Toastmaster Balakrishnan spoke for 2 minutes and 14 seconds. The evaluation round, all of the speakers have qualified. Toastmaster Preeti have spoken for 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Toastmaster Tarun have spoken for 2 minutes and 24 seconds. And Toastmaster Priyadarshini have spoken for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you so much. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil, for presenting your report. And next, I'd like to call our counter, Toastmaster Paramakru, to present his our counter report.
Yeah, thank you, Evaluator. Today, guest Vivek used filler words and 6 times, 2 times, that 1 time, I 1 time. Guest Venkatesh sound used 2 times and 1 time. And TM Rahul used so 4 times and 17 times. And TM Balakrishnan used 2 times. And today there is no filler word for TM Arun Kumar. And TM Kavita used and 2 times, so 3 times, 4 times. And TM Mohan used 2 times, but 1 times, 1 times, others 1 time. TTM Jayakar used 1 time, and guest Venkatesh used 1 time, and Sriram and 1 time, but 1 time, so 1 time, 5 times. And Nikhil used 1 time, others 1 time. TM Muthu used so 1 time, and 1 time. And TM Tarun used and 6 times, and 7 times. 5 times, others 3 times. TM Balakrishnan, TM Jake Preeti used like 2 times, so 3 times. Priyadarshini used 3 times. Over to you, Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paramakru. And next, we have our grammarian to present this. I would like to call our grammarian Toastmaster Anirudh.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, Anirudh.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah, hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
So in the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Rahul used words like privilege, narcissistic, ambivert, and the phrase every action has an equal and opposite reaction, perspective, interlinked, mysterious, improvising, fortune favors the bold. And Toastmaster Balakrishnan used ultimate motivation, self-motivation, reservations, reinsurance. Toastmaster Arun Kumar used hyperbolic discounting, marshmallow, buy now, pay later, pleasure, procrastinate, validate. And coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Mohan Babu used inspiration. DTM Jayakar sir used the phrase, the time of birth is fixed, but the time of end is unknown. Build an ice factory, sugar factory, love factory, satisfactory. And Toastmaster Sriram used loving ourselves, spitting hatred, close to your heart, do love yourself and show love to others. And Toastmaster Nikhil used the words interpersonal ambience assured. Continuation, Toastmaster Muthu used affirmations, self-motivation discouraged, and Toastmaster Kavita used philosophical, awaiting, tenure, cliche, entity, illogical, and Toastmaster Tarun used casual talk, chill guy, build up, exploring, build an image, and Toastmaster Balakrishnan used commercial, there is a point beyond which I will not go, falsehood, honest. Coming to the evaluations, Toastmaster Preeti used audience engagement, marathoner, spontaneous, summarize, well articulated. Toastmaster Tarun used amazing, life is a game of snake and ladders, impromptu, as steady as a mountain, metaphor. And Toastmaster Priyadarshini used unique, interactive, highly informational and relevant, neatly structured. And coming to the role players, Toastmaster Muthu, the Toastmaster of the day, used the word of the day twice and the theme of the day once, and used the words stimulation, ignited, flawless. And Toastmaster Jacob used seasoned evaluators, and Toastmaster Suhasini, the table topics master, used the bad news is time flies, the good news is you are the pilot, self-motivation. Just one recommendation, I would encourage all the speakers to use the word of the day and theme of the day when they are speaking, because I guess that that is an improvement from today, because there's limited usage of word of the day and theme of the day. But otherwise, it was a great meeting. That's it from my side. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Newt, for presenting your grammarian's report. And finally, it's for General Evaluator's report. We started the meeting on time, and our essay gave the detailed information about the Toastmasters and introduced the newly we have introduced the attendance book, right? So she explained it, and we followed from here. After we are going to follow that. And TM Modi explained the word of the day and theme of the day well. And on the prepared speeches, we have two wonderful icebreaker speeches. Personally, I like the icebreaker speeches where we are going to start our where we are coming out from our comfort zone. So it was a wonderful session, and the speeches are very motivated and informative. And next we had a moments of truth session. It was done well by our immediate past president Toastmaster Kavita. It was very informative, and the new members can come to know about the Toastmaster and what are they following also. It was very informative. And next about for TT table topics, that table topic master introduced and explained the TT session well, and the topics are related to the theme of the day. And next for the evaluation, we have all the evaluators explained their target speakers project objectives well, and that for the tag role players, they presented their report well. And one suggestion, we missed to have the guest introduction before prepared speeches. Today we missed that. Next time we have to follow that. And next we have to check the sound systems. It's difficult to speak near the mic when the speaker, they have to move, right? So they have to move and they have to walk, they have to use the stage. And it was difficult to speak near the mic. So we had to check from next meeting. And that's all from my end, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Jacob, for effectively conducting the evaluation session, and kudos to you and your tag team. So today what we have witnessed is an eternal great performance from our club. So today we have seen 3 great speeches and two icebreakers, and then educational, like a kind of informative session from Toastmaster Arun Kumar sir. And we have seen an interesting TT session from Toastmaster Sudhashni, and moments of truth has been conducted excellently by Toastmaster Kavita. So it's been a great meeting today, and thank you all for making this meeting a great success. And forward to you, presiding officer.
So, thank you all for following this attendance record for all the offline members. I still see that, like, we have only 14 entries, but I see more than that. And for the online members, I could see only two names to be entered. Can we have the remaining people also mark their attendance? Also, please mark the, please cast your vote for the best speaker, evaluator, role players and all. Like, we have only very limited entries on that. I've shared the link over WhatsApp as well as in the chat window.
Okay, you can take 2 seconds to vote for the best speaker and best awards. Online people also please mark your attendance and vote for the best awards. Hope you are done with that. Today's meeting went well. I first of all like to thank our Vice President Education to make this agenda and implemented it well. So also for taking up the role at the last minute, TMOD role at the last minute is not easy task. And thank you for that, Toastmaster Muthu. We had good speeches, 2 icebreaker and 1 speech from Arun sir. The speeches were good. The general evaluator did a very good job. Table topic master also have done a great job. And the MOT session went well. And I promise that we'll implement all those suggestions that you are given in the moment of truth sheet. I have small announcement. So 27, we have our division meeting. Hope I have sent the list to MTC group for taking up the role. The roles are filled. You can attend the division meeting. I'll be sending you the link. The division joint meeting will happen once in a month or in that period. So I'll send you the link. Just go and attend and see and meet new people online. So now it is time to get the feedback from the guests. Can we have the guests, please?
First day itself, I have made 3 speeches before even joining Toastmasters today. So thanks for that opportunity. So yeah, I kind of like the environment, right? So I think we need a soundboard to kind of put our thoughts through and see what the feedbacks are. So I kind of like this setup and how you kind of encourage even new people to present it here. So thank you for that. And thanks everyone for that. It was well organized. It was a structured meeting, I thought, right? So like everybody giving their views and what they thought about. So I think it was very structured. Even the feedback were very structured in terms of how they provided. So good job to all the evaluators and all the people who played a role on this. Thanks for having me.
Vivek? Yeah, feedback.
So,
You can adjust. So I will adjust it for my head.
so it was a good meeting. I learned many things from you, sir. You inspired me a lot. And sir, you mentioned me. I'm so grateful that you mentioned me, and I came to know that you are a math on. Okay, we'll run math on together sometimes. And sir, your speech was absolutely good, and I enjoyed a lot about this meeting, and I'm more eagerly waiting for the next meeting of next Sunday. I'll be coming for this next Sunday, and it was professionally arranged and everything was good. I liked it so much.
Yes, Sarah. Correct? Okay.
Good day, fellow Toastmasters. Like, this is my second day as a guest. So the meeting was really good. Like, the reason why I joined the Toastmaster is like, while giving a speech or something, I used to think in my brain mode, but while saying or while speech, I used to deliver only list content. So I just want to come out of the box. So with your the guidance and encouragement, one day I will also be a good speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Gayatri, are the results ready? Jacob? Paramaguru first timer. Paramaguru, Nikhil? That's all. Okay.
I had one point. One of the guests already confirmed that why I joined. If the guest is speaking, why I joined Toastmasters is the thing. The other one was asking, what do you want to know? When you join?
Yeah. So I'm just looking for the time matching all right. So that's the way you want.
You can take your time. Till then, visit. Best speaker. Best tabletop speaker. DTF director. Initially, I told you about Brian and all, right? He was the past PR manager of District 120. Best evaluator. Here is it. First, best role player. First timer, Toastmaster Jacob for best evaluator. Best role player for tag Anirudh. Congratulations, Anirudh.
Thanks, Preeti.
Okay. Oh, Nikhil. Oh. First time. Okay. Toastmaster Paramaguru for counter role. Nikhil for timer. Very well. One more announcement. Next week we have our area director visit. Please mark your attendance and please take question. Group photo. With this, I adjourn 631st meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club to next week. Thank you.